Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our fourth lesson, and during this lesson, we'll cover our LO4 Learning Outcome 4 research information from a range of academia and industry sources. So we'll go through different research, what is happening in hospitality and tourism industry, and what are the issues within those, contemporary issues, and how we can address it, and what sort of research being conducted, and how these the future trend will impact, and what sort of strategies we can adopt to remove those sort of threats, those contemporary issue will be in hospitality industry. So all this will be focused in today lesson in our discussion. So please, before starting, we'll recap what we learned during our last three lessons. Yes, Chelsea, anything you remember you think we learned?
We've learnt about positive and negative impacts on the socio-cultural, economic and environmental factors which contribute towards in tourism and hospitality, including like technology, the social impacts, increase in travel habits, sustainability, demographic, different demographics in different tourism parts, global impacts, financial impacts, different types of tourism and hospitality businesses, and future needs.
Excellent, great. So all these, we learn about these trends and the environmental issues, sustainability, and we discuss sustainability meant by uh, fulfilling our needs without compromising the future generation needs. Yes. So like not polluting and all these we discuss. We discuss triple bottom line, 3Ps concept as well: profit, planet, and people we need to care about for sustainability. So today lesson we'll go through further and we'll discuss, various research. Okay, so where you can rate yourself now?
I'm gonna say about an 8.
Okay, well done. 8 and 7. Okay, well then next now today lesson first 4.1 research academic sources to identify the contemporary issues. So the future trend that are influencing the development of the tourism and hospitality industry. What do you think? What sort of the trend will be?
I think it will increase, but I think things like the current pandemic going on is preventing people from wanting to travel or visit tourism and hospitality businesses. There's still a lot of uncertainty around that, so it's having a huge impact on those businesses, which will continue in the future when they're trying to reap back their customers and recover financially from the hit that they've had over the last few months, and trying to feel their customers feel safe and confident enough to come to their businesses. And also probably demographic-wise, how the decline in 18-year-olds and the high levels of retired people will impact the tourism industry, and who wants to visit different destinations and when they'll visit, if it be all year round or just seasonal. And technology, I think that's definitely going to continue to have a massive impact on the future trends and development in tourism and hospitality, and impact all businesses, especially those who haven't got technology as well. It will have an impact on them and how they can bring in clients and keep their faithful customers as well.
Excellent, great, no doubt, and the COVID-19 is one of them, is a key. Yeah? So there are a lot of, so we'll say there will be a lot of crises, yes, or at the moment is a lot of crisis, and we need a good knowledge about crisis management, yes?
Okay, yeah.
So crisis management is a process which an organization deal with the major, extraordinary, sudden and unforeseen event that can be pose grave threats to their existence, yes?
Yeah.
So we can look around. The COVID-19 is a great, is a crisis. Huh?
Yes.
So how we can minimize it? What do you think? in this COVID-19, how we can minimize the impact?
I'd say following the guidelines definitely to impact the potential risk of safety it causes to customers. Communication is definitely a big one as well. Offering alternatives, so instead of people losing their money and the business losing their money, maybe transferring their bookings if it was like to a theatre show or a Airbnb booking to a future date or to the following year, so that it's keeping the client happy and also helping the business financially as well.
Okay, yes, that's absolutely fine. Well mentioned, well highlighted, because we need to find the alternative ways, maybe online music festival, something, yes?
Yes,
People can socialize as well. So we need a setup that sort of our home delivery, yes?
yes,
Online those. Of course, we can't do the face-to-face or the traveling, but at least, for time being, some sort of activities carry on happening.
yes,
So our we can call, at least, we'll stay at the break even. Huh? It will
yes,
stay break even, we can sustain in the long run. So that's a big, issue at the moment. So then further we can look around, which is used to be happen and we need to be managed in future as well. Natural disaster, yes.
yes.
Technological failure, confrontation, which is happening, skewed management, deceptions, all this we need to be look around in greater. Huh? So like we have a securities when we look around the why you think pubs and bars close, a lot of pubs and bars close in different part of the world, even in London used to be a lot.
Yes.
So why this trend?
Um, I think increasingly people are wanting to stay home more, and because they can access the same services like drinks that they can buy in supermarkets, and they could socialise in the comfort of their own home, it's probably that's created a decline. And I think with the amount of younger people that go out, especially when new terms start and universities start, it puts pressure on the older ones, the like the people that work quite a lot that want to go out and relax. It puts some friction between them on what the needs of the younger people, their desire for going out, and what the desire is for families and career-driven people going out to pubs and bars after works and stuff like that.
Yes, you're absolutely right, because it's a lot of social trends, we can say technology trends here.
Yes,
Like we have a Facebook, we have a lot of other things as well. So that's one of the issues. Security, one of the big issues, like various things happen. So these, put the people in their, maybe it's not a risk everywhere. So, but that's, the media is can be a big, hurdle as well.
yes,
Even you want to be provide saver, but how you can motivate people. Okay, so when we look these, the crisis management strategy, we can look around six, these stages, and we'll try to be pre-event stage, prevention, and contingent planning. So we need a contingent. Do we know what is meant by contingent? Are
uh,
we here using the word contingency?
is contingency trying to pre-plan anything that may happen in the future and have plans in place to try and minimize the impacts that measure would have if it was to happen?
Yes, well done. Or we can say the second plan, yes,
Okay, yes,
in case of emergency, if something happen, yes.
yes,
Like disaster management. So you have those, plans in place. If this happen, what I'll do, I will do this and that. So all these, measures are put into place. We need to look around pre-trial stage. At this stage, impending crisis in inevitable. Yes, we can't really, so we need to be look around as well. Huh? We need to plan and we need to trial. So like maybe you done one of training is lockdown. Have you done?
yes.
If you work in an organization. So one of the exactly the same. Then is the emergency stage. Yes,
Hmm.
the crisis has arrived, and the main objective is the damage limitation. Immediate. We need to look around rescue and the clear the communication. Yeah. That's really we need to look around in during those crises. Like sometime, a lot of discussion about coronavirus now, COVID-19 is issue is because we're not clear we need to wear the mask or not. Yes,
Yes.
we're not clear about how much distance we need to be keep. We're not sure about is it virus in the air or is it virus just instant. Huh? We're not sure how long the virus stay on the surface or any other place. Yeah? So these sort of the issues we have. Yes, and we need a clear communication. And as much we have a research is better, and we can. So that's we need to be look around in the hospitality industry, short term stage. Of course, we need to look around how quickly we will be normal.
Yes.
Utilities always we need to a sense of the service return to the normality. That's a big issue now. So a lot of people is worried COVID-19 in a 4 month, but its impact can be 3 years further. Huh? That's
Yes.
the future. So we need to be look around those how we can. That's a fear between people as well. Of course, death rate is no doubt is, of course, any death is, but what is this is point, yes.
Yes.
The thousand we infect, I mean, the people have a virus, but how many people died? But is a fear, is a lot due to the media as well. So long-term recovery stage, yes, we need to look around how we can, and we need to prioritize. Lesson we need to be learned from it, which is quite, we have a centralized data storage at the research, so we'll carry on from learning from it, and basically is risk management or crisis management is it's not mean you 100% you minimize that crisis. It mean you learn from it, you minimize it in future. Huh?
Yes.
So if it happen again, so that's sort of things we need to carry on in the hospitality industry. Okay, then we have issues about conflicts. Yes, what people are expecting and what we are delivering. All this we need to be look around. So conflict is an inevitable or unavoidable part of our everyday profession and personal life. So how we can in a hospitality industry to minimize the conflict?
Mm, Giving people so if it was within the company, giving people the knowledge to be able to perform their jobs well and know how different areas within that job work. With customers, it's all about communication, clear communication, understanding their needs, but also them understanding the business needs and the impacts of both to try and come up with a solution. Training.
Yes, so you're absolutely right. The points you mentioned, or maybe we can set SOPs, clear standard operating procedures,
Yes.
or we need a good understanding the causes of the conflict. So we can make the standards before, like we'll say nothing related, discussion about religious differences or political differences. Yes, so we at the work, that keep out of. So we have a clear procedure, and even in the job contract or the job description, we can include it. That won't be happen.
Yes.
So conflict between this is sort of conflict, yes.
Yes.
Executive managers, yes, workers, spouse, families, and all. So in hospitality industries as well, we need to try to be as much we can minimize these conflicts. Any question there?
No questions.
Okay, then why does the conflict occur? Why is the conflict? So these are all the reasons of the conflict.
Okay.
Any point you think we need to? Is most of the points, self.
Yeah, I think most of them are actually really valid. Yeah,
So really we need to, and the communication is one of the key issues. Yes, there is
definitely.
gap. So we say in the communication, sometime is a noise. Noise mean is a hurdle. Yes,
Yes.
and hurdles can be due to many reasons. Huh? What do you think? Or different hurdle, it can be culturally different words. Huh? That
Yes.
can be maybe cultural, some sort of coloring scheme. Yes, different people interpret different color in different meanings.
Yeah.
Like,
Terminology
the
that they use.
Black Lives Matter, for suppose, protest. Yes.
Yes.
Different people have a different angle for looking the things.
Yes.
So sometimes is a historical things. It's mean to learn from it, to improve it. But maybe they're thinking in a different perspective. So we need to think about how we can remove those conflicts. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's mean engagement. That's the main thing. Yes.
Yes.
Engagement or engaging people.
Definitely.
Engaging. Yes. People are, we can call stakeholders.
Yeah.
Different stakeholders we can engage with and try to learn their expectation and try to be wherever we can. Reality of the conflict and the effective communication. Conflict between the people, effect of life, of course, is carry on happening. Conflict occur at all levels of interaction. We need to minimize them. That the conflict is critical events in the course of different, relationships. And whether a relationship is a healthy or unhealthy depends not much of the number of the conflict between the participant, but how the conflict are resolved. That's really crucial.
Okay.
Any question?
No questions.
Okay, the causes of the conflict, why these are?
Misunderstanding. Yeah. I think personal views as well. So if everyone trying to be have a clear understanding of unconscious bias as well, because it might be during a conversation someone's got preconceived notions and they're going into that not being open to change, and that could cause the conflict as well. It's being open to other people's opinions and views as well. And I think if they're stuck in their own ways and have unconscious biases before they've met the person or during the meeting, then that could cause huge conflicts as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you're absolutely right. So that's why, we call interpersonal skills, yes?
Yes.
So we need to be those, those will help us to be address those conflicts. Okay, any question there?
No questions.
Okay. So next now we can look around the exemption about the causes and the value of the conflict. Yes, misunderstanding when individual don't hear what is being said. Yes.
Yeah.
Personality clashes can be when individuals don't value the people just like me.
Mhm.
Competition for the resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And authority issues.
Yes.
So all, so we need to be look around all these. And then next we have lack of cooperation.
Definitely.
Differences over the method or the style. Yes, it can be leadership style in different. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Low performance.
Mhm.
Maybe their mindset, always, imply not treat you well and this and that. Yes,
Yes.
that's, mindset. So we need to look around those. Okay. Next, value are the global differences.
Yes.
Okay, these all. And the next now types of conflict.
Okay.
So intra-individual, conflicting goals and the needs and the motives. Yes.
Yes.
And management strategy, we need to look around how we can. There are the different approaches. It's called jury windows. One of in management, we can use it. We can look around more in details. Yes.
Yes.
Behavior approaches, we can maybe look around.
Okay.
Interpersonal disagreement. We can look around these different various approaches. And intra groups, yes, when those happen, intra groups. So we can look around in intra groups, power and authority and status, yes.
Yes.
Maybe we need to create the participative management, team building, and training.
Okay.
There are the different team, like one of great scholar Henry Ford said about coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. So we need to really teach people, yes.
Yes.
That's help, because we as an organization we work team, and ultimately then sometime in a hierarchy at the conflict of the functional concept, we're saying the front line is not important, these are just a clerical job, yes.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
we're not going to give them incentive in the salaries or in trainings, and not caring about, like the COVID-19, yes, front workers really impacted, yes, due to the virus. So
Yes.
maybe we need to recognize it, but maybe in other part of the countries or different part of the world not being recognized properly there, or maybe we're giving them extra financial incentive. No doubt, just one thing, is appreciation, but we need to be looking on the financial side as well.
Okay.
Like some country they started giving them extra money to motivate doctors, nurses, working
Yes.
in these the crisis. So we need to look around different management and different strategy. Depends, it's different cultures have a different motivational levels. So we
Yes.
need to look around, and either in hospitality or tourism or in service industry. Any question there?
I don't think so. No.
So we can look around the models, we can look around the sources of conflict, and we can look around the strategies, again.
Yes.
And then we pick the future definition, what we can predict, the future bring important element, tourism management, yes. So what is the management? So we need to look around. Do we know the definition of management?
Um, it is managing processes or people. It's being responsible for ensuring that tasks or activities are performed to keep businesses' daily activities going. So it could be managing just people, or it could be managing people and processes, um, and performances. It's everything that contributes towards the success of that business continuing.
Well done, well said. Management is a process of designing an environment to achieve the predetermined objective.
Okay.
So if you're a manager, you need to design an environment, yes?
Yes.
Because your job to be achieve objective, yes? Whatever we are doing, we have an objective. If you're a manager, you're supposed to be, and of course, planning, controlling, yes? Implementation, yes?
Yes.
Organize. All these are the function of management. So you can functions to achieve these, and you have to do it, all these. As well,
Yes.
managers create surplus. So is a huge trend 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2.
Yeah. Full.
So in management, we'll say 5.
Okay.
So working synergies, like, working as a team, yes,
Yes.
cutting, shortage and making, more output. That's all meant by. Okay. So then if we look back, the many incidents happen, so we can learn from it, yes.
Yes.
And we can carry on, which is, of course, we learned from it in the past. But sometimes, the new things might, maybe COVID-19, we never think about, yes, it's such, and
Yes.
we never think about the globalization and some positive and negative impacts, yeah. So that's a lot of discussion in the favor and against as well. Globalization, so we need to think about how we manage globalization as well, not just globalization is a good, yes. So these are all these, few slides is all about the discussion, yes. Demographic changes, we need to look around, yes. Global environment changes, we need to look around, yes. We need to look around increase in the cost of energy costs, like we need to look around the alternative source of supply, yes. That's why the many hotel moving towards the renewable, yes, solar panels, cutting water usage, yes, using recycling, more ethical marketing, and fair trades. These are all the concept embedding. So we need to be in future will be more because the media becoming more and more. Okay. So any question there?
Don't think so.
So these are the slides from our book. It's the last chapter.
Last chapter, okay.
So it's good to read. And then you will see their various authors. What their research concluded that the materialists were not always correct, but they had to be for and the best accuracy. Compare the economist, slack of market analysis, population research management. Yes,
Okay.
all this to do, not just one area. You say economics, yes, is good, but we need to look around other areas, yes, population, yes, and the various the social trends, not just only economics trend, but we need to look around the fashion, we need to look around. Of course, all these trends is interlinked with each other. That's why we learn about political, economic, social, and technological factors. Yes, we can't control them, we have to adopt it. We have to manage it. Any question?
Any
Okay.
question?
Next, we're looking the growth in the international tourism versus the global environmental change. So,
Okay.
according to the WTO, World Trade Organization, we in 2020 forecast the international arrival expected to reach 1.6 billion. Yes, but maybe we not reach that figure now
Yeah.
in last good few months. These worldwide arrivals, 1.2 billion forecast to be regional, so we can look around those. A
Okay.
growth international is predicted to increase substantially. Yes, we need to look around, and we need further is a forecast predict their air travel will be continues to grow rapidly.
Yeah.
Next, by 2022, the number of aircraft is predicted to increase 90%. About, yes. So we need to look around. That's the back research in 1998, what they predict at that point. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So we can look around now. Yes. The trend carry on. Of course, is growing even in the fastest scale due to the technology.
Yes.
Okay. Then we can look around destination marketing. We discussed. Yes, we need to be more local economics, environmental, social, and changes. We need to be follow those. Yes, what is happening? We
Yes.
need to bring our strategies, human-made resources based for the tourism. Yes, global economics changes. We need to look around. Okay, all this we need to be focused.
Okay.
Uh, then we have different competition we are expecting with different part of the world. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
like Airbus, Boeing, and various others between airlines as well. Yes, more
Yes.
like A380. What effect will be on A380? More people will be go one. But no, COVID-19, is it big airline is best or is it smaller? Less passenger is best because there's more risk involved. So we need to look around in future trends. Okay, so these are all, we need to be followed. And then further we can look around sky destination of 2050. Yes, potentially being, these are different, destination of the world will be.
Okay. That's it. Okay.
This is according to the online survey.
Okay.
Seven.
Um, okay.
We can look around here. These is a trend carry on growing. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So next we have a 4.2 research the industry sources to identify the contemporary issue future trend that influence the development tourism industry. So five most important issues responding to the cost of operating businesses.
Yeah.
How we can minimize them. That's
Okay.
we need to look around. Second, we need to look around the government regulations. We need to interpret. Yes, we need to look around the businesses is competition. We need to look around the quality,
Okay.
and we need to look around. This is every country have a really inappropriate in the rural development and the pollution.
Okay. Yeah.
That's we need to look around. That's a huge area of how we'll protect the local environment, local cultures, like we discussed in the previous lessons.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can look around what is used to be happen. That's we can learn from it from the past, and then we can make the future planning.
Okay.
Like package of oil, it used to be yes in the past back in 2005. So we have reserve, but we have alternative source of supply now, so it's not too much worried. Yes, reserve, conventional oil. Yes,
Mhm.
like oil prices dropped can be now due to the COVID-19. We
Yeah.
can look at the key role of the Middle East was in the past, but we need to look around the conflict in those areas. Yes,
Okay.
how this impact as well. Unconventional oil resources. Yes, that's used to be huge discussion and immediate actions of supplies. Yes, so various, but now we have alternative source of supply, so we're not too much worried these. Liquid fuels and the transport system we need to look around, yes. But
Okay.
now, of course, we have a various alternatives. We have a train, we have air, yes. We have
Yeah.
bus, car, and various others. Economic consideration in the long run, the price, of course, now economy is not just, impact due to the oil prices, huh? Because we have various other factors as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So environmental concern, yes, that's the key still is a growing.
Definitely.
Okay, so I copied the link for you to little bit watch, the video, yes.
Okay.
So what
Yeah.
the criticality in technology and trends. Okay, some tips of managing workforce conflict. That's we discussed earlier. Yes, that's future. Build good relationship before the conflict occur. Don't let the problem escalate. Yes, deal with them immediate. Yes, respect the differences. Listen to other perspective. Acknowledge feeling before focusing on the facts. Focus on the solving problems.
Mhm.
If you can't resolve the problem, turn to someone who can help. Remember to adopt your style to the situation and persons involved. So we need to look at all these. These are the tips. And then steps in positive resolution when your following condition is in place. Likelihood the positive resolutions we need to commitment to find the resolution. Yes, mutual benefit, trust, frame the mind. Yes, more than one ways to look around the issues. Believe that solution exists. That's self belief. The commitment to stay and communication process. That's all the crucial and in
Okay.
future need to be. Um, Meta searching, that's one of others. Is a key, is growing. Meta searching, a search engine that pull, result from the multiple search engines
Okay.
on internet, and they allow consumer to search the result from the multiple search engine at once rather than searching them all.
Okay.
Like if you buy car insurance, you go compare, you go various others. So you can see the difference. Even the prices will come different. Okay, so that's we need to look around historical reviews. Yes, we need to look around traditional internet searches, first meta searches, hospitality interscenes, and airlines and the newest meta searches. These are all in the search engines. Yes,
Okay.
and so research and scope we need to look around. Yes, impulse behaviors like you already mentioned earlier. Potential problem system isn't advanced. We need to look around how we can make it advanced. Yes, our
Okay.
IT system down, traffic not. Yes, reports impacts. Yes, like we need to look around the growth. Uh, TripAdvisor, it is leading online travel agency that using the meta search engines.
Yes.
So that's the huge trends going around. Industry and example of Room 77, yes.
Okay.
Reservations, revenue, how we can make it, yes.
Okay.
Perception, how we can change the perception about the people. We need to really good understand it.
Yeah.
Outside industry examples, yes. Images, information, news, videos, all we need to be keep an eye, yes.
Okay.
We need to look around the information gathering, such being like the various tools, like these are all website you've seen, yes.
Mhm.
Slides move. Okay, so we can look around all these.
Okay.
And then we have a lot of like professional inside interviews of various people, yes, that also give us good what they think. There is a bit is a link there, yes. Vast majority of reservation book online what is happening in the hotel industries, yes.
Okay.
Expedia.com, yes. It's a lot of they are telling us about the trends. Quality, yes. So because we need to look around why quality is important, yes.
Okay.
And there is a model called survey call model, yes. I
Yes.
think
You showed
we
me last.
discussed gaps. We can look around those in quality expectation. Quality in, yes, through the choice, like is one of hotels, the various. And when we look the Holiday Inn, under the Holiday Inn brand, how many brands, being merged up. There's a trend going around.
Okay.
Various, these type of activities carry on happening, yes. And we
Yes.
need to make the marketing strategy for it. Business landscape, rapidly transformations, yes. Pricing strategy, fees, all this we need to be. And course content relations, we need to look around segmentation, how we can segment stages of the customer interaction,
Okay.
characteristic of service, and that's the big, analytics, yes.
Yes.
Use, these days analytics, yes. How many people you get? You send emails, but even somebody click it, you can see, how many people view it, huh?
Yes.
So, and the basis of the trends you can, and what time they review it, huh? Morning, afternoon, evening. So you can follow the trends. So you can advertise the things on the same time. Okay, competitive advantage. We need to look around the location. We need to look around how we can create the competitive advantage against the competitor, huh? These are the key trends that we need to carry on following, and it's a crucial, for sustainability business in the long run.
Okay.
So that's all key things, we discussed, few points, trends, and all this is given inside. There is a book called Contemporary Issues on Moodle. So it's
Okay.
quite good to be, and we focusing last chapter especially. Yeah?
Temporary issues. Last chapter.
Yes, so it's good to be, quick, skim reading, not, even.
Okay.
So that will help us, for that. Any question?
I don't think I have. No.
Okay.
No.
So we'll speak you next lesson. If you have any question, you can drop me email. Thanks for listening. So today we discuss about research information from a range of academia and industry sources. We discuss various sources. We discuss what issues we have, how these can be solved. Of course, research is a crucial, and research can be primary and secondary or the published information. So that's all today, and in the next lesson we'll go through further.
Perfect.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
attention and thanks for listening. Have a nice time. Thank you. Bye bye.